on the private part. Hello, everyone on Google Hangout on Air. I'm also simultaneously doing a little bit of my time on Periscope, and I want to welcome any of you. Fantastic. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. All right. So, using that. So, here I am talking to you on Google Hangout and on Periscope. And on Google Hangout, I'm using some slides. That's why I'm inviting you to do that. I could kind of show you the slides here a little bit. Let me do that. See how to use your intuition to improve your memory. Yes. So I'm welcoming, yes, my people. And just to tell you a little bit more, I am Beverly Fells Jones. I am a certified hypnotist coach practitioner. Now, I know that's a full mouthful, but basically, what I do is I am a hypnotist, but I'm also a coach. And I say that because before I even talk to you to talk about hypnosis, because a lot of times hypnosis isn't what you need. I talk about what's going on in your life and help you make some good decisions around that idea about being hypnotized, because we don't have to. We can go into a very deep meditation. So I'm an author, an international speaker, and obviously a trainer because I'm with you today. So today, again, let's share again. All right. So the agenda. So we're in that base piece, that introduction piece, and I'm going to talk about 4 steps to a better memory. I want you to know why doing daily meditation or prayer is essential to your memory. I know you never even thought about this as far as your memory is concerned, so I want you to do that. While we're in this process, you're going to learn some ways to recognize when your intuition is giving you answers. Okay. Know about the process of taking control of your subconscious mind and how to stay connected and increase your ability to use your intuition. Wow. Those are the things that we're going to talk about today on Periscope, as well as here on Google Hangout, as well as private webinar. So I want you to do that. Okay, so I've got my slide set is kind of like on automatic today, and I need to fix that. But we're looking at the idea that on Google Hangout, there is the possibility of doing a chat box. So if the chat box is open, put some information there. Those of you that are on watching me on Periscope, I'd love you to put some questions there, and let's see about me answering them. But mostly what I'd like you to do is to email me. Email me at Beverly. Now that's without the EY. It's BEVERLY at commandingyourlife.com. Beverly at commandingyourlife.com. And what I'll do is I'll answer your questions via the email, and I'll be able to give you more detail, because I don't want to keep you hanging here online, for a while. So I want to make sure I take care of that. All right. So what I'm looking at here is that I want you to think about, have you ever lost your keys? Now, everybody listening to this should be able to say, yes, I've lost my keys at some time or another. And then when you've actually found where they were, you go, darn, I remember that. I remember putting them away. I remember them putting them in that spot. And I put them in that spot. Either you were distracted or you put it there on purpose. And I know most of us have right near the door when we come in this little spot. Either it's the key hanger, the little hook, or it's a tray or something where we normally put our keys. So that is something that we can do to help us remember. I'm going to give you the story about how all these things started coming up for me that I'm going to talk to you about today. So, welcome to I Can't Find My Keys: How to Use Your Intuition to Improve Your Memory. All right. So, the idea is all of us, for some reason, whatever it is, wants a better memory, right? We need that better memory. We want to be engaged in that better memory, so we want to do that. So let me tell you, I talked about the fact that I'm a coach practitioner. Well, I used to work for IBM. I worked for IBM for a lot of years. And when I was doing that, I did troubleshooting. I debugged software. I went into the actual code inside the computer and I actually read the numbers. So for some of you that understand, computers actually run with numbers. They use things called hexadecimal code and binary code. I read that stuff, yes. But what it did is gave me this capacity of really being able to root out the cause of issues. I mean, actually get down there. And so after retiring, and I got interested in self-hypnosis because a friend of mine told me about this book called The Secret. Now, some of you have heard of it, but I'm finding out a lot of people haven't heard of The Secret. And it is about this thing called the law of attraction. And I told her I wasn't interested. She made me sit down and read the book. And I'm so glad she did. But just like debugging those programs, what I realized is that, okay, you can tell me this stuff works. People have said, but it doesn't work. But why doesn't it work for them? So that natural inclination for me to do research and to find out why, that's why we're here today. Because I did that research, I did that digging to find out the science behind the information that I'm going to share with you today. Now, the key is I started teaching it. And I was teaching people. I became certified for Jose Silva and a number of other things. And I used it for manifesting different things. But what happened is I could do the big things. I manifested an F-150 truck, right? EcoBoost engine, all the things that I wanted. But I wasn't using it every day. I only put it in place when there were special things, just like most people. Well, this one day I was getting ready to do a seminar and I had to drive to the seminar, not webinars, right? And I started looking for my keys. And at that time, I had already lost one set of keys. So I had one set of keys. I had to find those keys. And guess what? I looked high, I looked low. I just was going everywhere trying to find those keys. And I was in a panic because I had to get there, right? Well, in the middle of this panic, this small voice said to me, "You'll never find them in this state of mind." Well, what do you mean? I never find them in this state of mind. And I went, oh, see all that studying? When I heard that, I knew exactly what was going on. And I just said, okay. And I acted on the inspired action that I was given. You'll hear me say that often. You get inspired to do things. So there was this inspired action that I performed. And a few moments later, guess what? Yes, right. I found my keys. Yes. But in that very moment, I realized I had power. And you're on your end saying, well, what does she mean? I had the power to manifest. I realized that I had power. And so I felt weird. I was afraid. It was like, really, this thing really worked. It actually worked, right? And so I found my keys and I went to my engagement. You're right. So what does this mean? Well, in the moment that I did that, I realized that I wanted to know, like everybody else really truly wanted to know, well, how do you do this on a regular basis? How do you use this law of attraction thing? How do you use your intuition? Everybody talks about this gut feeling, this thing that's going on. Well, how do you do this every day? How will this help with the small things in life, with the small things going on in your world, right? Well, I solved this problem very quickly and easily, and now I use it daily. I use the technique daily whenever I need an answer or a response. I was so excited. I mean, you can hear that. I was so excited that I was compelled to share it with my friends, my neighbors, anybody that would listen to me. I said, you got to do this for me and let me know what happened, please. Right. And so I did. And they said it worked. And then I shared it with people on my radio program. By the way, that's on Monday mornings at 9 a.m. And it's on, if you go to my website, you can click on it on the right-hand side of the page. That's commandingyourlife.com. Just a little plug here. All right, commandingyourlife.com. And I shared it on the radio station, and I'm now sharing it with you. But I do want to thank you for being here. I want you to thank you for being in this space with me because it's important. Now, one of the things that I plan to do is empower you today. I really do. I want you to understand that when it comes to your subconscious mind, not your conscious mind, but that thing that people talk about that controls you, or you've heard about your subconscious mind, but I want you to know that you have the power to control your subconscious mind. You have the power to command your subconscious mind to give you a result. This keeps sliding. To give you results. Let's see. There we go. All right. So that's what I want you to say. I want you to say, I have the power. I have the power to control my subconscious mind. Let's see if this will help. Nope. All right. Okay, that's better. Anyway, so you have the power to control your subconscious mind. And that's what you want to do, is control that. The other piece is that I want you to know what is, or ask yourself, what is the fastest way to be successful? Think about that. The fastest way to be successful is to fail a lot, right? And I tested and played, and yes, sometimes it worked. I had to figure out what I did, and I failed a lot. You look at Thomas Edison. He said, I know thousands of ways of not to build a light bulb, right? Well, what's the fastest way to guarantee failure? I think you know that. Is to try not to fail, right? Try not to fail. Or try to do everything perfectly, absolutely right. It doesn't quite work that way, does it? Yes. So think about some things that are challenges with your memory. Think about what is going on as far as your memory is concerned, right? And so we're looking at that and we go, well, when I'm taking tests, I have a problem remembering sometimes. I know the material and I might forget it. I have times when, as I said in the intro sign up video, it's like the word is on the tip of your tongue and you don't remember it. There are times when you said, oh, I know that. I know what that is. So how can I go and move forward with it? I know, it'll come to me on my drive home or something like that, right? We've all done that. We've all gone through that process. So that is some challenges about that. Now, what I'm going to do, as I mentioned before, I'm also on simulcasting on Periscope, but Periscope really is designed for just little short things. So I'm going to invite anyone that sees this on Periscope. You can still watch the rest of this webinar by going to unt.commandingyourlife.com and go through the process and come join me online. I'd appreciate it very much if you would do that. All right, and we are doing how to use your intuition to improve your memory. All right, so I'll see you online. All right, so I've stopped broadcasting on Periscope, and now I am looking at just dealing with you guys absolutely live. Because it's kind of hard doing both ways, right? Doing Periscope and being here on Google Hangout and doing this webinar. Anyway, so where was I? So thinking about some challenges that you have when you are using your memory. You want to just think about those things, because I'm going to talk about some ways to make that change for you. Okay. All right. So I've mentioned to you that you have the power to command your life. You have the power to manifest the life that you want. And you have the power to tap into your memory at will. You go, really? And I'm telling you, yes. Each time I start and I use the process, even though I've been doing this for quite some time, it always surprises me. It's like, and also I'm going to share with you, the more you do it, and I'll talk about this a little bit later, the more you do it, the faster it gets. I'm serious. The more you do it, the faster it gets. It just rocks my world. So when do breakthroughs come? You know, I talked a little bit about Thomas Edison, and he's invented many things, and with the help of his assistants and all the testing and things. But breakthroughs come, or inventions come, when there is a need. There is also the time when, you know, for me, I was upset and frantic and out of control trying to find my keys. What if you had a big presentation and you're asked the question and you can't remember the answer? Is that embarrassing or what? I mean, it's on the tip of your tongue, but it just wouldn't come. What do you do? How do you stall, or you say, well, I can get back to you on that. You know, I have the answer in my office, and, you know, I'll get back to you. That's, you know, would somebody write that question down? Now, I've done that many times when I was teaching, and when I teach. If you ask me a question and I'm not sure of the answer, I am going to say, you know, let's research that. Let me come figure that out when you do that. So when do breakthroughs come? When there's a need, when there's a problem that needs to be resolved. So I'm trying to remember where my keys are, or a book, or whatever. So the secret, the absolute secret to retrieving the answer that you desire is relax and ask your subconscious mind to retrieve the answer for you now. And you go, yes. I said, yes. I directly asked my subconscious mind how to give me the answer for what I want. You know, relaxing is very important. And I'm going to give you an example. When you are in a state of stress or you're in panic, and some people, when they take exams and tests, They are nervous. You are nervous. The sweat's pouring off of you. You're in a panic because you're not sure if you can, what kind of questions is the teacher going to ask? What kind of tests are on this exam? I have no idea. I've gone through the entire book, or if you're looking for licensing, I've gone through all this stuff multiple times. I know this stuff cold, but I panic when I get inside. Have you ever been so upset or in the middle of a conversation, or at other times when you say, hold on, give me a moment to think? I can't think. Well, in that state, you are unable to make decisions or to solve a problem. When you stop and relax and mentally slow down, you slow down the speed of your brain. This is the state where the subconscious mind is easily accessed for information. Yeah, I know. Many people kind of think that you can't access your subconscious mind directly, right? They think that that's not possible to access that. So how do you gain access to your subconscious mind? You don't have to be hypnotized, all right, in order to gain that entrance. When you actively slow your brain through specialized meditation, you actually place yourself in the realm where you're open to give and receive information. You see, at this point, you can command your subconscious to give you the answer you desire now. You have the power to command an answer. And when that answer comes, you will know. The key at this time, though, is to note what those times look like. What do they sound like? What do they feel like? What happened at that time? These are called points of reference. Okay? When something happens to you, when you use your mind, you slow your mind down, you ask for the result, you start gathering this information, and it's called a point of reference. Now, for me, if you listen to any of my radio shows or you look at any of my blogs on commandingyourlife.com, you will hear me say, I heard the voice. It's on the right side of my head. And, and that's the only way I can explain it. I know when I'm getting the answer for me. It's like when it's me talking, it's in the front of my head, like near my forehead. But when my subconscious mind is answering, when I'm getting answers, it's really like on the right side of my head. And those of you who know a little bit about the brain, the right side is considered to be the creative side. Left side is analytical side. So I'm looking at doing that kind of finding the points of reference for you. All right. So the process to go into the meditative state and issue commands takes a little bit of time in the beginning. So the step one is to learn the techniques and then become proficient. The more you practice the technique of relaxing and asking in a certain way, the quicker and easier it gets. Let me give you an example. I was making a recipe and I needed to find my cookbook, right? Very simple. And I went to the normal place for my cookbooks. and it wasn't there. And mentally, I said, where is my cookbook? Right? And I did it in a relaxed manner, and instantly it gave me a picture in my mind of where the cookbook was. I saw it mentally and went right to it. That is the kind of thing that will start happening, right? So you'll either see pictures or you'll hear things. It all depends on how you're connected. Some people hear it. That's called clairaudience, right? Because I hear. Some people see it. That's called clairvoyant. Some people sense it. That's called clairsentient. And there's a very rare one called clairgustient, which is smelling. You smell things. You might smell the rose, or you might smell some other things. All right, so looking at that. All right, so step 2. So that was step 1, learning the process and practicing it so that you can learn quicker and faster every day. When persons learn to function mentally at this deeper level, creativity is enhanced, memory is improved, and persons are better able to solve problems. Clancy D. McKenzie, he is a medical doctor in the Philadelphia Psychiatric Consulting Service. All right, so Clancy says, or Dr. Clancy says, memory is improved and persons are better able to solve problems. Okay. So what is that deeper level of mind? That deeper level of mind is called alpha or theta brainwaves. And you go, okay, so what is this brainwave thing and how does it affect my thinking? Well, first of all, how do I get there? Well, that is meditation. So let's look at this a little bit. Your brain operates in waves. Your brain operates like a computer and has electrical energy levels that operate this way. You experience many levels of brain activity at the same time, and they fluctuate depending on your mood, depending on whether you're stressed or whether you are calm. The rhythms of these brain waves are referred to in cycles per second, and I'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit. But how do you get into this slower brainwave activity is through meditation. That is why meditation or prayer is very important, because it gets you in a place where you are open to receive and also to give information. When you're in a slower level of mind, which is referred to as the alpha, the theta, and delta brain waves, and they are dominant, you experience joy, love, peace, harmony, high creativity, happiness, good health, abundance, all of that. But you get there initially through learning meditation. You know, when you get upset and flustered, okay, and you talk about, wait a minute, give me a moment to think. Well, when you're agitated and in a faster speed, which is referred to as beta, nothing comes to you. You're unable to function. You're moving so fast that you cannot retrieve any information from your subconscious mind. It kind of blocks it off, and you're trying to solve things on your own, and nothing really happens. So what does meditation do? It allows you to lower or slow your brain waves to a state of consciousness where all knowledge is available. Let me say that again. It allows you to lower or slow your brain waves to a state of consciousness where all knowledge is available. And here's why: doing your meditation every day, multiple times a day, if possible, because once you do this over and over again, you will get to the point where you can stop and lower yourself, relax yourself, and dip into those alpha and theta brain waves at will, putting you in the zone of great possibilities. Napoleon Hill, the writer of Think and Grow Rich and the Laws of Success. I've mentioned Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, a present day person, Wayne Dyer, and many, many others have learned to do this so that when they're in the middle of a meeting and they need answers, they take a moment. And as I said, the more you do it, the faster it comes. They take a moment. They may say, let me think on this for a second. Repeat the question. And they are going into those deep recesses of their minds to pull out answers. And that's what you want to be able to do. So why is this essential to getting the results you need? Well, once you've entered meditation multiple times, your mind and your body knows how it feels. You will be able to close your eyes, tell your body to relax, tilt your eyes up. And when I say tilt your eyes up, it's tilted. Your eyes are closed. They're tilted up, looking either out of your forehead or out of the top of your head. I'll tell you why in a moment. Give a directive, a command. I call it the prime directive. Give the directive. Visualize it being complete. Open your eyes and know that your request is answered. Close your eyes. Tell your body to relax. Tilt your eyes up. Give the directive. Visualize it being complete. Open your eyes and know that your request is answered. I wanted to say that twice because I just gave you the outline of the steps for the one technique called the prime directive. Let's talk about people who are taking a test. And let's say they're working on getting a certification of some type. As I mentioned earlier, many people are uptight because the test can mean a bump in their ability to earn a living, right? You want to take that test. You've gone to school, you've gotten your training, you've paid thousands of dollars possibly, and you need to take that test so that you can start practicing. Many of these tests are multiple choice or true and false. Some may have some written components. But when getting stuck, most of you already know the rule, at least I assume that you know the rule, that if you're having a hard time with a question, you leave it be, you move to the next. You go through the entire test and answered all the questions that you can easily answer. You come back through the test and then you go through the answers that you left blank and go through the second time in such a way, okay, and linger a little longer, but if you're still having an issue, you go on. That's what you do. Well, when you come back to the question after you've gone through the entire test, as you're rereading the question, when you've learned the technique, you're going to relax your body and mind, go into the meditative state, and ask for the correct answer. Many times they tell you choose the first one. And I've proven that over and over again in the past where the first one I chose was the right one. But I now mentally have a way, right, of getting validation for what I've asked for. So, learning this technique will help in taking those tests. And getting really good at that technique and going deep in knowing how that technique works is in the Intuitive Memory Workshop. So you answer them all the questions as you've gone through. But you do this one thing by doing the one thing of studying in this special way to retain the information and then using the techniques to remember. Students have increased their success on tests tremendously. People have passed the test on the first try, right? You've got people who have taken the test 2 and 3 times and still don't seem to be able to make it. And a lot of the time it has to do, you know the material, you just forgot what it was, or you can't pull the information up. So you slow your brain and talk to your subconscious mind consciously. Any thought that is passed on to the subconscious often enough and convincingly enough is finally accepted. That's Robert Collier. Now, that's true, and that's why people talk about doing affirmations, right? Affirmations, you do them over and over and over again. You got pictures on your mirror and you've got stickies in your car and you see this thing over and over again. Well, do you know what they're doing when you do that? They're trying to move your conscious mind out of the way. You're so bored with reading that thing over and over again, but you'll read it, and the boredom moves your conscious mind out of the way, and it becomes part of your subconscious. And then after a while, you start thinking in that way, and your subconscious goes to work deep inside saying, how can I make that true? How can I make that true? How can I help them, be this person they say they are, right? You get to do that, but you don't have to do it over and over and over again when you learn the prime directive. So, active meditation, kind of talked about that, right? Active meditation isn't just clearing your mind of all thought. It isn't saying the vowel sound. It is about controlling your thoughts. It is about visualizing what you want instead. It's about manifesting what you want. It's about removing stress, worry, and disappointment, and even lowering your blood pressure for any of you that may have that issue. So what I want to do now is I want to do a short meditation. And so I want you to get in a relaxed position, all right? Because we're going to tap into your subconscious mind, the ruler of the world within. It controls all your subjective sensations such as joy and fear and love, emotions, your respiration, your imagination. So those of you who are listening who are creative types, all right, it'll help you with your writing, with your art, with your pottery or your creative side, if you are a sculptor, it will help you do that and create things. So if you're in a position where you can close your eyes, I want you to do that now. Okay. And by the way, get a journal, because I want you to start journaling as you go through these processes, all right? So let's do this. So take a deep breath in and relax. Blow it out. Take another deep breath in and blow it out. This is a very short meditation to let you know how it feels to begin the relaxing process. So I want you to feel your body. Do you feel tense in any area? In the back of your neck, in your shoulders, in your jaw, or you're clenching your jaw? Relax it. Relax your eyes and your forehead. No crinkles in the forehead. Relax. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. Ooh. Relax. Relax your back and your stomach. Relax your hips, your thighs, your legs, your feet. Now I want you to use your imagination. Take another deep breath in and out. Another one in and out. And if your feet are on the floor, even if they're not on the floor, I want you to imagine roots growing out from the bottom of your feet. Make that imagination work. Imagine just roots anchoring you with the earth, going deep, growing deeper and deeper and deeper down into the earth. And they find a deep, warm underground spring. That spring is so nourishing. It has vitamins and minerals and all the things that your body needs. Have your roots use that capillary action and bring that warm, nourishing water up the roots into your feet, into your calves, your knees, your thighs, your hips, your stomach, up into your chest, up to your shoulders, down your arms, up your neck, in your head. Your whole body is totally relaxed and enjoying, as though you were in a warm bath. You are so very relaxed. And I want you to mentally repeat after me. Do not say it out loud. Mentally. Every day, in every way, I am better, better, and better. Again, every day, in every way, I am better, better, better. And so it is. Take another deep breath in and out. Another one in and out. Ooh. I'm going to count from 1 to 5. At the count of 5, you're going to be wide awake, feeling fine, feeling better than before. 1, you feel rested as though you took a power nap. 2, you are better and better each and every day. 3, 4, 5, wide awake, feeling fine, feeling better than before. That is a short meditation. Hopefully, you are able to relax your body, feel that relaxing sensation. You can do this on a regular basis. So, as I told you, the subconscious mind is the ruler of the world within. So as we went into that meditation and I got you totally relaxed, it also relaxed and lowered your brain waves. I didn't have you roll your eyes up. When I have you roll your eyes up as though looking out of your forehead, your brain automatically says, ooh, I got to go into alpha. Let me do more alpha waves, slowing you down. When you roll your eyes up as though looking out at the top of your head, it says, "Ooh, I got to go into theta." Because when you are sleeping and resting and you start dreaming, you actually are going into the theta state. Your subconscious mind has the power to control your life through connecting you with your subconscious. You actually develop a great connection between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. That is your wonderful connection. Your mind can detect information stored within your body, and this is called your memory. Now, I said within your body, I did not say in your brain, because science has determined that your memory, your cells in your body actually contains your memory. They have found out that taking just different cells from the body, they can pull information from that cell. Your brain has functions and it does retain some of the memory piece, but they've done tests, not on humans, thankfully, but they've done tests on the mice, and they've removed sections of the brain after they've trained them to do stuff, and they could still do it. They still know how to go through the maze. They still know how to do that with the section of the brain they thought. And then they thought that was it, and they took it out, and the mouse could still do it. There have been other tests where information it's like they can take cells from your body and create a heart. It's been done. They can take cells from you and create a liver. It's just hasn't been perfected yet, but your memory is there. Think of what you may have heard on TV about, or in movies, where somebody got someone else's heart, or they got somebody else's liver or lung, and they start craving these foods that they never had before, and they found out the other person used to crave those foods. They started having urges that they hadn't had before, and guess what? The person whose organ they had those. Your memories are stored in your body. So I want you to learn to relax, slow your brain, and talk to your subconscious mind consciously. So I've talked about the fact that you have the power to command your life, right? You have that power and that capability. You have the power to manifest your life you want by being able to talk to your subconscious mind and make changes. I know many of you understand the idea of changing your mind to change your life. You may have heard that before. But by doing these meditations, by going through and accessing this, you have that capability. And by doing and learning the meditation technique to slow your brain, and I just gave you an example of relaxing, and then all you have to do is ask, and your memory will increase. So I talked about go backwards. The 4 steps to a better memory, right? Let's go over those. Step 1, understand and know that the secret is to relax and ask for what you want. Step 2 is going into the deeper level of mind, learning how to meditate, how to relax your body, how to go through all of those things to relax and ask for what you want. You have the power to talk to your subconscious mind. 3 is understanding the subconscious mind and to access it directly, to give it commands, right? And the 4th step, I'm going to share with you in a little bit, all right? But you know that by doing a daily meditation or prayer, and I'm going to tell you, do it not just once. Doing it first thing in the morning is really good. Doing it again before you go to bed is very good. But if you can do it 3 times, like a 3rd time in the middle of the day, that's excellent. Because as you do the meditations, initially you'll need the full guided meditations to get you used to making those changes and relaxing your body. But the more you do it, the more you'll be able to do it quickly. You will learn ways to recognize when your intuition is giving you answers. So anytime you get an answer, remember I said, record or mentally write down in a journal somewhere, how did you feel? What did it sound like? Did it give you a picture? Did it show you some things? What did it do to let you know? How did it show up? Know that process of controlling your subconscious mind. So being able and learning, and I just went too far forward. Let me take care of this. Okay, let's go back. Know the process of taking control of your subconscious mind. How to connect and how to stay connected, increase your ability to use your intuition. Slide just wants to move forward faster. So here's the deal. When I learned this and I started training other people, I started sharing this information and sharing the techniques. And what I'm giving you is just the beginning of controlling your life. My client, Audrey, so that's the first bullet there. You want to get answers to question easily like my client, Audrey. All right, well, let me tell you about Audrey. Audrey had been looking for her husband's military papers for a couple of weeks. I think they're called DD-214s. I'm not familiar with the military, but some of you know about that. She just couldn't find them, right? So she trained on a particular technique that I talked about called the Prime Directive. And later that day, she texted me to say that she used the process and went straight to the papers. All right, straight. She said, but Bev, I had been in that area, but I didn't look at that. But it just kept telling me, look right there. It kept showing me this envelope. And she went there and let's find it. So therefore, training and practice is the key to gaining a better memory, as well as getting answers to decisions you want to make. All right. Another client, Janet, needed to prepare for a licensing exam and was extremely nervous. I mean, she was just, I know some of you know what it feels like. She used the Prime Directive and a couple other techniques that I taught to prepare her for her exam. And then she used them during the exam to retrieve the answers she needed. Yes, Janet passed her test easily. There are other examples of people using the techniques that I teach. They've had major impact on their lives. All right. And the get you started in your day-to-day is the thing you see on your screen, the Intuitive Memory Workshop. And hopefully you're ready to hear more about this, right? If you want to relax your body at will at any time, then this workshop is for you. This workshop is for you, your children also, your grandchildren. If you want to land a dream job or a promotion because of the decisions you can make during that time. This workshop is for you if you want to improve your performance on exams just like Janet did. This workshop definitely isn't for you if you feel you have a good enough mental retrieval system and you can easily make decisions. in this workshop. So what do you learn in this workshop? Well, you learn the prime directive. All right, and I gave you the steps to the prime directive when we were that we go through in the prime directive. Those little things where I said close your eyes, issue the command, right? Roll your eyes up. That's the one I'm talking about. But it's a little bit more than that. But you can use it now because you know a little bit about how to relax now, how to be able to do that. So in the memory workshop, you learn to relax at will. We do so many meditations during that workshop that by the end of the day, you'll be able to say, relax, 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 and your whole body will relax, right? At will. I'm going to teach you the OK technique. So hold your fingers up like you're saying OK. All right, this is the OK technique for studying, recall, and manifesting things into your life. Like parking spots up front, winning prizes at raffles, winning prizes with ticket giveaways. I do that all the time. I teach you kinesiology is the scientific term. It's called muscle testing. And you use that to get yes or no answers. So if you're stuck between two answers on a test, you got A, B, C, and D, and you know C and D are not it, but A and B you're not sure, then you can use this to make some ideas. How to use memory pegs, and you can do a Google on memory pegs and you'll find it for learning lists and shopping lists or facts and figures. And I've got other goodies that I can't share here. There are a lot of things in this intuitive memory workshop that not only helps you with your memory, but it's going to help you with your everyday life and making decisions. So everyone watching this webinar can receive a Stuckbuster Breakthrough Strategy session. And what that does is help you gain clarity on what you want to achieve and how. It is a $125 value when I charge for it. And what you can do is email me at strategy@commandingyourlife.com. Put strategy session in the subject line. All right, email me, right? strategy@commandingyourlife.com and put strategy session in the subject line. When you sign up for the intuitive memory class within the next 48 hours with a coupon, you will receive, some little goodies. You'll get an audio of the prime directive meditation valued at $37, and you're going to get lunch. So the class usually fills up quickly, so I'd like you to sign up today. All right. Now you're going, okay, Bev, what does this thing cost? Well, the workshop itself runs from 9:30 in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon. The regular investment is $299. I've got a special rate for early registration for seniors. And when I say seniors, I'm talking about folks over 62. All right, my senior citizens and a student. It's $197. And if you're a previous student watching this and you want to come again, it's $75. So there should be a link below, but if you're watching this elsewhere, if the link's not there, you go to memory2015.commandingyourlife.com. That's memory2015.commandingyourlife.com. Now, because you saw this on this webinar, all right, you've got a coupon code. Because if you came because of an ad or you came because of a post or two I may have put on Facebook or on LinkedIn or Twitter, all right, you should have seen a code. Now, if you don't remember that code, email me, right? And in the subject line, put coupon code needed. and do memory at commandingyourlife.com, and you can come at $147. All right, so coupon code, and it's 147 instead of 197, and that's even if you sign up 2 days before. Now, I'm going to give you a lot of things so that you can stay with me and learn more. I do a twice monthly free teleconference where you get to talk to me and ask questions, and I teach a few things, and I talk about how this world of ours works, this subconscious and conscious world that we have. Join the group. You'll get notification of upcoming sessions and classes. And if you haven't joined meetup.com yet, join meetup.com. You'll find lots of organizations and lots of meetups out there on topics that you actually absolutely love. And then on Mondays, and I say most Mondays, so this coming Monday I'm not going to be on, but blogtalkradio.com. And when I say coming Monday, because this is recorded August 2015. All right, Blog Talk Radio at commandingyourlife.com. So most Mondays at 9 a.m. and past podcast recordings are available. And it's available also on iTunes. Just look for commandingyourlife.com. There's some other webinars that'll be coming up, how to tap into the secret of your money consciousness, because the way we feel about money also affects how it comes into our life, what we do to get it. Are we living in a thought process of lack? That's your money consciousness. Live classes coming up is self-sabotage to self-empowerment. We work on your subconscious. We work on those beliefs that are holding you back. Those beliefs that may say that it's hard to make money. I am not worthy. I'm not good enough. Your subconscious says it's true, and therefore it does things or has you do things that make that true in real life. I teach the Silva Ultramind ESP 2 ways. 2 days in the classroom. Okay, that automatically moved. 2 days in the classroom and 4 evenings. All right, if we do the webinar. And then Manifesting the Life You Want Intensive 3-day, 2-night retreat. And of course, the Intuitive Memory Workshop, full day. So if you're not able to join me for the latest Intuitive Memory Workshop, it's okay. Just join me on meetup.commandingyourlife.com, and I will be posting any of these things or any of my webinars. I'm going to start posting them on a regular basis so that you can come back and join me. Or you can go to commandingyourlife.com and read my blogs, because I teach you different ways and different methods to help make your life much better. Also, follow me on Facebook, Beverly Fells Jones, or my fan page is Commanding Your Life. Sign up today for the Intuitive Memory Workshop at memory2015.commandingyourlife.com. And remember, don't remember your code, send me an email and I'll send you a code that's available for you. Stay connected on the blog, and here's all my locations on Twitter, Facebook, Blog Talk Radio, or just send me an email if you have some questions. I want to thank you, and I always say it 3 times. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here today. And as you have believed, let it be done to you, and it is so.